That is a great red wine. Alrighty, fellow travelers, welcome back to Adventures of a Traveling Don. My name is Benjamin O, and today I am here in the town of Fredericksburg, Texas. This is known as the Napa of Texas. This is big, like hill country, wine country here in Texas. So we're gonna go hit up some wineries. There's a lot of history to this place as well, so we're gonna kind of delve into that too. So let's go ahead and have a great day here in Fredericksburg, Texas. So quick little history about Fredericksburg. It was founded in 1846 by German pioneers. So they all came from Germany around like from the 1820s through the 1850s. And this part of Texas, central hill country of Texas, from New Braunfels, Austin, San Antonio, you'll see a lot of German influence. And Fredericksburg is a place that specifically has a lot of German influence. I'd say outside of New Braunfels, it's probably number 2 with all of that. Like a lot of the signs are Willkommen, Marktplatz. This is where we're actually at right now, is the Marktplatz. This is the main kind of like park garden here in the center of the town of Fredericksburg. So this is a great place to kind of like center yourself here in the town and then kind of take off from there to go, you know, drink your wine, do all that stuff. It does have a nice pioneer memorial and a little museum behind as well. So definitely check that out when you are here, just to kind of give you a little bit of a history of how this place was founded. So, but yeah, I really enjoy Fredericksburg. Now, let's go find something to eat before we go have some wine. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, while you're here in the Marktplatz, before we go grab something to eat, right behind the Pioneer Memorial and Museum, there is like the Memorial Garden. This is a beautiful small little garden. Highly recommend checking out. It's got some great kind of like statues around there, but really just the nature of the garden, a bunch of different types of roses is just absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend. Come right behind and go to the Pioneer Memorial Garden. It's actually easy to miss if you're not looking for it. Alright guys, so for the first spot that we're here in Fredericksburg, you want to come to a place, it's right off of Lana Road. It is called Pasta Bella, and honestly it's probably one of the best Italian pasta places in this kind of like central Texas hill country. It's really good. It's a locally owned. It's not honestly that expensive. Most of the pasta plates are decently sized and they're anywhere from about like $13 to about like $16, but it is really well known locally. They make all the pastas in-house. Like I got myself a spaghetti and traditional spaghetti with meat sauce, meatballs. Mom got herself spaghetti with kind of like a mix of like olive oil, butter, garlic, sauteed artichokes. I mean, it's like, it is a really great, small, tiny little pasta spot. You might be thinking, Ben, you're in a Germantown, you're doing pasta, but yeah, that's how it is. I love myself some pasta, and I gotta fill myself up enough to help with all the wine that we're gonna be having a little bit later on. So anyway, let's kind of dig in real quick. Spaghetti right here with the meat sauce. That pasta is perfect. Al dente, delicious. And of course you got these lovely meatballs. Just smells so good. Got a nice little crisp on the edge, but inside just super soft. Yeah, this is a great spot if you're kind of needing a little pasta kick while you're here in Fredericksburg, Texas. So a fun store to pop into is called Big Pop's Popcorn Company, and it's basically this retro candy shop, which is absolutely awesome. My mom is in love right now because she's finding a bunch of candies from like the 70s and the 80s, you know, when she was, you know, growing up and when I was just a little kid. So there's a lot of really cool stuff, including like, you know, I don't recommend smoking, ladies and gentlemen, but these candy cigarettes, which are just basically just like candy sticks, and then it's got like a little powdery substance to it where you puff out, and it like kind of ish looks like smoke. I remember these as a kid when I grew up in California. There was a old candy store in Solvang that sold those, but it's just like when I'm seeing all this like moon pies and bottle caps and stuff like that, it's just like it's really kind of cool. Like if you're into candy, you got a sugar tooth, like my mom's got one all of a sudden right now because of the nostalgia. You want to come into Big Pop's popcorn company. This is really cool. Okay, so the first wine spot we're going to be doing here in Fredericksburg is a place called the Grape Creek Vineyards Tasting Room. This is in town, it's on the main strip, but they do have the winery, which you can visit. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's about 10 miles out. We're actually doing a different winery today than Grape Creek, but we did want to showcase the tasting room because Grape Creek is rather well known here in Central Texas area for Texas wine. But number one, their tasting room is absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to go check it out and have a little bit of wine to taste. All right, so the first one up is the Vineyard. I'm not usually the biggest white wine person, but on a warm summer day like this, nice dry white, I can usually get down with. So cheers. Nice, floral, little kind of like apricot is kind of what I'm getting. That's nice. Maybe a little sweetness on the back end too. That's good. All right, so the second one is the Cabernet Trois, and that's basically the 3 Cabernets. So it's a blend of 3 different types of Cabernet, just kind of like added into there. So we're gonna give this a try.
I think that's cool. Well, if you want to too, if you fill it out, that way you can do it. It'll put you in the system a little bit sooner because I can put it in here if you want to. But it's up to you. But then you have to switch it.
It's got a touch of kind of like wood oak in there.
Yeah, you have plenty of time.
I'm not even sure what else that is. Almost kind of like a little smoke, a little pepper to that. That's actually very nice. That's really, really good. Okay, so number 3 is called the Bellissimo, and this is like a super Tuscan style. This actually would have gone perfectly with the pasta that I had earlier. So from what he told me, it is mainly Sangiovese with a little bit of Cabernet and Merlot. So cheers.
The pepper and the leather tobacco, a lot more of an aggressive finish. So this one should be more of a drier spice. Pink venison, something gamey, kind of more of a drier finish.
Ooh, that is smooth. Smooth, almost like little cherries in there.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's really, really nice. It's like a decent body to it, but that's a fantastic red wine. Okay, so for the 4th one is a sweet wine, and I'm not usually into sweet wines, but I figure, I'd give it a try. Personally, just, so you guys can also experience this as well. So, because it's, everybody's got something different when it comes to wine. But this is the Cab Blanc, and it's a Cabernet done in a rosé style. So we're gonna go ahead and give this a try.
No problem, pleasure.
Yeah.
You want that?
I might, because.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is sweet. Maybe too much for me for like a full glass or two, but it's jammy. It's actually really nice, very strawberry forward. That's actually like if I found this at a strawberry festival, this would be, right in there. It'd be perfect. So, but good stuff. All right, so one thing I wanted to point out in this video, we won't be able to go in because it is closed on Tuesdays, but Wednesday through Sunday, I believe, or Wednesday through Saturday is when the Lager Room is open. And the Lager Room is supposedly the oldest brew pub in Texas. I'm guessing a German-style brew pub here in Texas. Now, it is run now by Fredericksburg Brewing Company, which I think that started in about 1994. But the Lager Room itself, which is this bar section of the Fredericksburg Brewing Company, say that 10 times fast, seriously. Which is both retail and a bar. This Lager Room is, like I said, the oldest pub. The restaurant for the Fredericksburg Brewing Company, that is gonna kill me all day, is open, I believe, almost every day of the week. But if you wanna come to the bar, Wednesday through Saturday for the Lager Room. So definitely check it out. I think another thing about Fredericksburg that I really enjoy, outside of the history itself, and of course being, the wine capital of Texas, is the fact that the town itself, the downtown district, looks like an old Western style town. It's still got that kind of feel to it. It's a little spruced up, it's a little bit nice, but at the same time, it's still like you look at the buildings and you feel like you're on a movie set of a Western. It's so cool. The only thing I'm missing is the actual original like saloon doors and stuff like that. Now that would be awesome. But yeah, that's one of the things I love about it. It's just the structure and the architecture here that gives it that old Western movie style feel. It's really cool. Another spot you want to try out if you're here not on a Tuesday or Wednesday, again, Tuesday and Wednesday is a little iffy sometimes in Fredericksburg, is this place called Pritzer. It's a sweet shop and pretzel place. So you can get some kind of like, you can get regular pretzels or like Germans, like the large German style ones, or you can get kind of like sweet pretzels as well. I've been in there once before. It's actually really, really good. I wish I could go in and show you guys, but like I said, just wanted to point this particular place out for you guys. All right, so one spot you definitely want to come to when you're here in downtown Fredericksburg is the Pioneer Memorial Library. Honestly, it's probably the prettiest building in all of Fredericksburg. Absolutely gorgeous. It's kind of that native Texas limestone architecture that was used back in the 1800s. And it was actually erected in 1880 as the original courthouse. So this was the original courthouse. The new courthouse is right next door now. But this was the old courthouse until about 1939. It closed down. And I think about in the late 60s, early 70s, it opened back up, was restored, and now turned into the local library. But honestly, it's probably the best place to come and get a nice picture. It's got a beautiful small little grounds out front with a fountain, and of course this beautifully wooden carved eagle statue. Absolutely fantastic. There's not much to it, you know, it is a public library when it comes to functionality, but it is, like I said, the most beautiful building in Fredericksburg, and definitely worth an Instagram picture. All right, so we have now driven outside of the actual town of Fredericksburg out into the hill and wine country. And we are here at one of the #1 wineries here in Texas and in the Fredericksburg area. That is Barron's Creek Vineyard. And I will tell you right now, it is a beautiful, beautiful vineyard. They do have villas here, which I believe you can stay at. Rather pricey, but you can stay here on the vineyard, you know, right here in Hill Country. It's absolutely gorgeous. The setup is amazing. I know that they do events out here, live music, all that kind of good stuff throughout the year, particularly during the summertime. But it is a fantastic brewery. And of course, I had to get myself, I've had plenty of Barron's Creek in the past. They've got a store in Georgetown, just in case you wanted to know that. But I got their LeBlanc. I've had this a couple times. Really good red wine, mainly Petit Verdot, about 75% Petit Verdot with about 25% Petit Syrah. So cheers to you guys. That is a great red wine. And like I said, can't ask for a more beautiful winery as a backdrop. Absolutely fantastic place. Barron's Creek, if you're ever in Fredericksburg. All right, so now many things go together and pair well with wine, but what is one that really truly goes well, particularly with red wine? That is chocolate. And the building behind me here is Hill Country Chocolate Shop, and this is absolutely phenomenal. It's right off of the 290. Just kind of Google map it. I'll leave a link in the description for the actual place. But it's a chocolate shop where they actually hand make their own chocolates. You can see the production in the back. It's, you know, they got an open window for it. It's really, really cool. It's a beautiful chocolate shop. They do have, they do sponsor a couple of different wineries, so you can actually get some wine, do some wine tasting. But the thing is, when you come in, they're very friendly, and they usually will have you try, you know, a little chocolate tasting. We got like 3 different types of chocolates, like their own peanut butter cup and truffles and stuff. It was all really, really good. Mom got herself a bag of several different types of chocolates, but it's a cute, beautiful store, very very well done. You get to try some chocolate. The chocolate is phenomenal. And, you know, just help out a local business. But definitely out the 290, look for Hill Country Chocolate Shop. It's awesome. All right, guys, so it's time for a little bit of a break. So we are here at our Airbnb here just outside of Fredericksburg, Texas. I will leave a link in the description for this particular Airbnb. It's really kind of cool. It's a bit pricey for a night, but actually compared to the rest of this area, it's not too bad, actually. I think it's like it was at about 120 bucks per night with taxes, and then the cleaning fee is an additional like 125. So, you know, it came around to about 2-ish 80 with all of that stuff. But given that it is a Texas country home, you know, it's kind of worth it if you're really kind of looking to splurge out and stay in Fredericksburg instead of making the day trip from Austin. I mean, starting off, the porch is absolutely beautiful. It's just, you got this beautiful view of just the Texas hill countryside. Absolutely fantastic. Now, let's go inside. Let me show you what we got going on. All right, and inside you basically open up into this like high ceiling living room with, you got a fireplace there, particularly for, you know, wintertime, fall. That'd be perfect. Right now it's a little bit too warm for that, but it's absolutely gorgeous. You got a fantastic looking kitchen with some of these old kind of like 70s retro appliances. Just kind of like, look at that. I love that kind of stuff. It's really kind of cool. It gives a little bit of history to it. And then of course you have a couple different rooms. You have the main bedroom, and then you have a second room, and then you actually have a third place. So there are 4 beds in total. So you have the 2 rooms, and then you have up in the loft up there, there are 2 other beds up in the loft. So, you know, if you're coming here for a whole family, you know, at that price at $280, that's with the cleaning fee and everything, it's actually not too bad, because you can fit up to about, you know, 2 couples, or a couple, and then another couple upstairs. You know, you can get up to about, I think, 6 people into this property. You got 2 different bathrooms. It does have an outdoor area, nice, decent sized lawn. They do have, I think, a cornhole that you can play. They have a ring game as well. It's kind of the one that's on the wall with the string. And then, of course, they do, the big thing is the hot tub. And I cannot wait to try and see if I can get it to work later tonight. I might show you guys that. But boy, oh boy, this is an epic little country house. I know I've been telling you guys how Fredericksburg has a history of being a German settled town, and you're probably wondering, Ben, you know, you've had pasta, you've had a bunch of wine so far today, chocolate, but where's the German in all this? Well, that's what I saved for dinner. And of course, we're here at a place called Auslander. It's a Biergarten, German-style beer garden here in Fredericksburg. There's about, I think, at least 3 different beer gardens in the downtown district. But we're here at the Auslander one. I haven't actually been here. I've been to one other one, but I haven't been to the Auslander. It's modeled after a German-style like hall. It's got the high ceilings. It's got a bunch of German artwork around. It's really, really kind of cool. But of course, you got to come for the beer. Now, I got an actual German-style brew from Altstadt Brewing Company, which is in Fredericksburg. It is a German style. It's not from Germany. They actually make it here. Although I think some of the hops may come from Germany. So, but I got myself an Altstadt Alt Amber Ale. Just looks so good after this hot day. And wine is delicious, but you need a cold beer sometimes. Prost to you guys. All right, and of course, to cap it off for dinner, I got myself the Schweineschnitzel, which is basically the fried pork loin. Call it Wiener Schnitzel, but Wiener Schnitzel can be different types of animals. It can be pork, it can be veal, all that kind of good stuff. So the Schweineschnitzel is what I'm having, which is basically just the breaded pork loin, local pork loin, fresh cut daily. We're gonna give this a try. Man, that pork is actually very, very juicy inside, which can get lost in the fry. I've had some dry schnitzels before. It's actually really, really nice. Okay, time to try the Spätzle. Oh, that's fantastic. Very eggy. What they put a little seasoning in there too. I'm not sure. I guess maybe that would just be salt and pepper, but I've had some Spätzles where it's also, again, very dry. It's easy to do this dish wrong. They do it right. That's fantastic. And of course, no typical German meal is ever complete without trying the sauerkraut. So, I will tell you like this. I'm not really the biggest fan of sauerkraut, but, you know, when I was in Germany, I did enjoy a lot of the local stuff. I think the canned stuff is just too vinegary, just too, you know, it's too sour. So, too sour of sauerkraut. Anyway, cheers. That's actually really nice. That's very, very nice sauerkraut. Whew. Well, we're back at the Airbnb, and I can tell you right now, this feels amazing. This hot tub, all part of the package, just, what a way to finish off a great day of wine tasting, hitting up Fredericksburg, having some beer at the end, having that delicious meal. It's just, everything we did today was just, that was something special. I love Fredericksburg. It's a fantastic place. You ever get the chance, you're in Central Texas, you gotta come out to the hill country, and you gotta check out Fredericksburg. Like I said, the Napa of Texas. I mean, there's so many wineries out here. I mean, you really only saw like one tasting room and one actual winery. There's so many vineyards out here. It's absolutely ridiculous. And Texas wine is growing. So, but anyway, guys, I'm gonna enjoy my Auslander Celebrator beer. Prost to you guys. And the end of a great, successful and happy day. So, but anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this trip around Fredericksburg, Texas. Definitely check it out if you ever get the chance. I'll leave all the links in the description for all those different places to go to. And I will see you guys on the next adventure. Until then, peace out and have a great night.